So in light of Pastra uploading a new video yesterday that adds to the lore of this new ARG, I would like to take some time to make a Pastra ARG so far video that contains all of the information needed to understand what has been happening. The way I will do this is as follows. I'll be going in chronological order, beginning with the creation of the My Happy Place channel, its content, and its secrets, and then do the same for both the Someone Normal channel and the Pastra channel. I will also be including screenshots of all of these as I speak about them, so there will be visuals. So, without further ado, welcome to the Pastra ARG so far. On June 2nd, 2017, Pastra created the channel My Happy Place. On this same day, he posted the first video, titled Hours of Entertainment. Given the format of these videos, it can be assumed that it was the start of what could have been an ARG. I'm not personally sure about the story, but I will add to what I can. Within this first video, there are arrows that are decoded by translating said arrows into numbers and then those numbers into letters, which makes the messages that are as follows. He was always my favorite. He acted like nothing was wrong. He made mistakes, but we tried to forgive him. He began to know, so we had to punish him. The network understands you. The network knows how lonely you've grown, even if you may not know yourself. And then after all of these arrows, there are then Wingdings font 2 at the end of the video that says, entertain us. On the same day, another video, which is unlisted, titled A Message from the Network, was uploaded, in which there are more encrypted messages. The arrows in the video say they think they know what's happening, but they are just as clueless as you. They just don't know it. The Wingdings font 2 in the video state even the ones that know too much, and then finally, in the description of the video, the numbers translate to dance for us, you know you have no choice. 9 days later, on June 11th, 2017, a video was uploaded titled Dance, in which a deep voice, in reverse, says the phrase dance for me to each person. From here, let me name 5 characters in this channel. We have The Network, Cecil, Cheaty, Colton, and Conan for sure. These are all characters who are named throughout the channel, but for the sake of convenience, I will name them now. I personally believe that the network is the deep voice heard in the dance video. However, I'd like to talk about the contents of this video. First, we see a monkey in a clown suit. This is Cecil. The network tells Cecil, dance for me, and they do, very cheerfully actually. The network then says bye for now, or something along those lines, and Cecil stops dancing and leaves. Then a striped shirt person comes in, and this is Cheaty. The network, again, says dance for me, and so they do, however less cheerfully than Cecil. But here's where it gets interesting. A blue hoodie monkey comes in, and this is Conan. However, Conan is a bit stubborn. The network says dance for me. Conan nods no. The network says dance for me again, but more aggressively. Conan nods no again, and then loud static comes in, a distorted picture of Conan pops up, and in comes a fourth monkey. This fourth monkey is Colton. Colton, however, acts differently from our other 3 monkey characters. When the network says dance for me, Colton just stands there. The audio of a loud beep tone comes through, and with the video distorting as the audio gets louder, he rushes the camera. A picture of him pops up, and then a video of him walking towards the camera begins. He then rotates the camera to an open closet where a dark humanoid figure with a monkey mask next to it can be seen. After brightening the image and lowering the contrast, this can be seen to be Conan, since the figure is wearing a dark blue hoodie. With this, the video ends with the text appearing that says, "You will be punished too," confirming that Conan was punished for refusing to dance. Before I continue past dance, I want to go back and talk about Hours of Entertainment now that we have our characters and who they are established. The first scene of Hours of Entertainment is Cecil joyfully walking down the stairs, dancing. He then walks off screen towards a Dell laptop. We see him inch closer to it, and as he almost touches it, a picture of him comes up, pixelates, and then a blurry picture of him comes up. And then we see what was just shown, but the entirety of it is reversed. However, after all of that footage, a picture then appears with arrow text, and this is the text that says he was always my favorite, he acted like nothing was wrong. From here, we see Cheaty come down the stairs, shyly wave at the camera, and walk in a similar direction as Cecil, away from the camera. He then sees the Dell laptop, tries to touch it, and as he does, 2 distorted images of him appear, and then the video reverses in the same way Cheaty's did. More arrows come up, this time saying, "He made mistakes, but we tried to forgive him." We then see Conan coming down the stairs, holding his arm, seeming wounded. He walks away from the camera in the same way, seeing the Dell laptop. He goes to touch it, like the other 2 before him, and the same thing happens. Distorted picture, boom. Distorted picture, boom. And then reversed video. And then more encrypted text, this time saying, "He began to know, so we had to punish him." We then see Colton come down the stairs. He looks at the camera and then walks away. But instead of walking down the hall that the previous 3 had, he stops at the door. He then sees what I believe to be the Dell laptop, since there is a blinking light similar to what the laptop had in previous shots of it. He then looks at the camera, then the laptop, grabs the camera, shows the laptop, puts the camera down, touches the laptop, and 2 distorted images of him pop up, and the text that shows is as follows. "The network understands you. The network knows how lonely you've grown, even if you may not know yourself." And then the Wingdings font 2 appears to say, "Entertain us." So from here, we can determine that Cheaty has no clue what's going on. Cecil is a bit more skeptical, but still listens to what he's told. Conan begins to understand and rebel, and Colton, quote-unquote, knows a lot about what's going on. But the message from the network clarifies these ideas by saying they think they know what's happening, but they are just as clueless as you. They don't know it, even the ones that know too much. Dance for us, you know you have no choice. Our next video was uploaded the day after Dance, June 12th, 2017. This one is titled Cecil's Game. This video begins by introducing Cecil and his hand clapper. The network then says that Cecil will play his favorite game, Simon Says. So Simon says to jump up and down, and Cecil complies. Simon says to clap the hand clapper, and Cecil listens. Simon then tries to say something, and the video gets hijacked by this Michael Myers mask thingy. The network then says something that sounds like what was thinking of Cecil, and by this point, Cecil looks terrified. The network then says he lies. Cecil nods his head no, and then backwards, the network says lazy. And then Cecil covers his ears and gets to a ball on the floor. The network says, "You're in danger," and "You are hopeless." Text then comes up saying, "Don't ruin him, you filth," and the video ends. 4 days later, on June 16th, 2017, Cheaty's game is released. White text, which I presume to be the network personally, introduced Cheaty, saying that he has been sad lately, and then he asks if he'd like to play a game. Cheaty then rejects this person harder than my last crush by nodding his head no. The network then asks if Cheaty would like to show us his collection, to which he seems excited to do, so the network tells him to go get it. Cheaty shows us his favorite pencil, and then brings out Cecil's hand clapper, to which the network tells him that it isn't his. The network then tells him to give it back. He leaves and comes back with his favorite ball. As the network asks what he'll do with it, the video once again gets hijacked with loud static, while Cheaty becomes frightened. Text comes up saying, "Do you know who we are?" While Cheaty nods his head no, the text comes back and says, "How do you not know? I thought you'd remember. You're not even him, are you? Remove your mask." Cheaty reaches for his mask and then stops. The text then says, "Do you believe that it's your face? Just take it off. Now." And to this, Cheaty nods no. The text then says, "You're beginning to annoy me. You're more than likely not him, and the real you has more than likely already been found. Now, prove me wrong." Cheaty then turns around, takes his mask off, looks at it, and then begins to turn to look at the camera. When this happens, text pops up and says, "Cheaty, don't remove your mask. I don't want you acting like your brother or his mean friends." And then the video ends. Following the release of this video, 4 days later, on June 20th, 2017, is Reminder. Watching it back, I believe I understand what it is talking about. The video starts with the pictures seen in Cecil's game and Cheaty's game back to back, a Michael Myers typeface, and then the happy drama mask respectively. The video then sees someone walking alongside a road, and then text appears, saying, "We know you don't remember, but we will remind you. Do you remember this happening?" And then the video cuts to a rotting shed with 3 figures in there. One of these figures is Colton, and the other 2 are weirdly familiar. That's right, the Michael Myers type mask and the happy drama mask. They all 3 get up and then bum rush at the person holding the camera. and text comes up saying reminder. The Michael Myers mask guy wipes off the camera and all three individuals look at the camera, giving us a good look at all three. Text then comes up saying, "We'll get you out," and we see the three individuals leave the room, and all that's left is text that says, "And your clones too." I personally believe this video is connected to the last, saying that Chidi's brother is Colton and that the text from that video doesn't want Chidi to take off his mask, because if he does, then he'll become like Colton and his friends, Michael Myers and Drama Man. But as for anything deeper than that, I'm not 100% sure. So feel free to leave any and all theories in the comments. "20 days later, on July 10th, 2017, Colton's game is uploaded. And it starts with the network saying that Colton will be playing his favorite game, hide and seek. Then says to find where Colton is. It then shows a video of Colton being in what appears to be a basement in the center of the room. The network then asks us to find him again, and then he shows up in the same room, but further away. The network then asks a third time where he is, and we see Colton closer to us, and then 2 frames of him getting even closer to the camera, where he is then facing directly toward the camera. The network then tells him not to stand so close to the camera, and then he gets closer, and when he does, the Michael Myers mask comes up, hijacking the video once again. A video of Colton then comes up and a deep voice talks to him, saying, "I found you at last. We've been looking everywhere for you, and I know you're not a clone. Do you remember me, Colton? You don't remember? I understand. We broke you. We will remind you. Our other friend is still looking for you, but I will send you a reminder. Please be patient. Before I go, I need you to pick up that camera. Don't worry. Nobody's actually there. You can take it." Colton picks up the camera, looks directly into it, and the video ends. And then 17 days later, on July 27th, 2017, the final video on the My Happy Place channel is uploaded, titled Conan's Game. In this, text appears saying that he and his brothers want to play games, and this time, it's a scavenger hunt. He finds something that looks like a hand statue and puts it to the side, and the text tells him to find the other object. He picks something up and throws it to the side. The text asks him where is the golf ball, to which he walks up to it and goes to grab it, when the hijackers, once again, hijack the video. Backwards music is heard, which is Ring Around the Rosie. Wonderful. As if that song wasn't scary enough, we just had to hear Okay, anyway. We then see the camera pan up to Michael Myers' Mask Man, and the text on the hijacking picture says, "We can tell already. You're not him. But we aren't here for him now. You're not like the others. Don't dance for him. If you do, there will be things you'll never get to see. We're going to fix you right now. We hope you're ready. You're welcome." Between all this text, we see footage of Conan freaking out, running through the woods, and then, inevitably, dancing for the hijackers. So what can be taken from this? The network took Colton and made clones of him, thus why they call Colton Chidi's brother. Colton then escaped from the network, so they began to make Cecil, Chidi, and Conan dance for them, but Conan became aware of what was happening and escaped. When he did, Colton and his friends, Michael Myers and Drama Nerd, then kidnapped Conan. Conan is then brainwashed by the trio to dance for him, and that's where this channel finishes. Now that we've gone over the My Happy Place channel, it's time to take a look at our second non-Pastra channel, Someone Normal. Thankfully, this channel only has 2 videos, so this should be a lot shorter than our previous chapters for the pre-Pastra ARG. The Someone Normal channel was created on April 15th, 2018, a little under a year after the creation of My Happy Place. 6 days later, on April 21st, 2018, the video How to Eat Like a Normal Person was uploaded, and in the description for this video, the name Vincent can be seen if we isolate the capital letters in it. The video starts with 2 names, Peter the Pumpkin and Jack the Pumpkin Man. After the title card of the video fades, for a brief moment, text pops up saying, "We know you're going to wake up soon, so we've taken the time to talk to you." Peter then comes into the frame using stop motion, and Jack walks in behind him, and Peter says that they're going to make food together, just like a normal person. And the text appears once again saying, "Would that finally satisfy you?" They then have a plate and utensils come into frame, but no food, and they plan to fix that. Jack makes a patty appear out of thin air, and then they start to rip it apart to make it easier to chew. Peter then says they will add extra flavor to the dish, and text appears saying, "Is this too strange for you yet? Are you not happy? Jack then gets ketchup and puts it all over the patty. They then leave the plate outside of a door for someone to get it. Someone does happen to smell it though. A person in a monkey mask with one eye comes out. And before we continue, I want to pause for a moment. See, at first I didn't think anything of it, but if you look here, there seems to be a piece of fabric. Maybe a hoodie? So this could possibly be Conan, but either way, let's continue. He takes the plate into his room, and then the video ends. 13 days later, on May 4th, 2018, the final video on the channel is uploaded. How to sleep like a normal person. Once again, the capital letters in the description spell Vincent. The video begins by introducing us to a new character known as Terry the Tree Man, and after the title appears, a flash of text says, "And stay asleep." Terry then comes onto a bed and introduces himself, and says he has had a long day. He says he will prepare his bed, and we watch him do it. And then he says he can't sleep yet because he needs his nap time candy. Text appears once again saying, "I'll make you down the whole bottle if I have to." We then see a bottle of melatonin waddle its way into the room. He says he'll need quite a bit because he's been so tired. He then takes a handful of it. Please don't do that. We then see Terry lay down and go to sleep. However, we find out someone else is tired. Text comes up saying, "I hope you never wake up." We then see the monkey from the previous video lay down and sleep in front of the door. This channel, I have no idea what's going on. The closest thing I can think of is that the flashes of text aren't the characters who we think are talking, but either a third party, possibly Vincent, or the monkey, possibly Conan. But with that, we come to the creation of a new channel, known as Pastra. In the beginning, Pastra created his channel and nothing else. Of course I'm joking. Before the creation of the Someone Normal channel, Pastra created what is now his main channel, but didn't post anything on it that we are aware of. This was on February 23rd, 2018. However, about 3 years later, he finally uploaded his first video, Why FNAF 3 is the best in the franchise. He created videos about Five Nights at Freddy's, Poppy Playtime, The Walton Files, I love by the way, Five Nights at Treasure Island, and personally one of my favorites of his videos, No One Lives Under the Lighthouse. It stayed this way from March 2nd, 2021 to April 27th, 2022. However, what his rapidly growing fanbase didn't know was what he had planned for the future. Pastra began posting in his community tag with a picture of a man with red eyes and a mischievous grin. All we knew was that whatever this could be, it was coming soon, and soon it did come. On May 4th, 2022, 4 years after his last attempt at an ARG had failed, he would begin anew by posting a video by the name of Hijacking. In this video, our new character we're introduced to, Lankman, explains that he has taken over the Pastra channel and that he is envious that Pastra quote-unquote fell in love with Clyde, the at the time mascot of the channel. He then explains that as of now, he will be the new advisor for the channel, picking and choosing content that he will upload that Pastra makes. He also states that he wants the viewers to play a game that decides Pastra's fate, but this game is still unknown to my knowledge. He then says that he'll see us soon, and the video ends. From here, I want to call attention to previous content that we've looked at that Lankman has put his input into. All of these additions come from the My Happy Place channel, and it won't take too long. In the description of Dance, Lankman says, "So much passion, only for this project to fail." At least this project was made though, right Pastra? And in the comments, he says all these failed attempts gave you potential, and you wasted it in favor of your fans. A huge majority of the comment sections for the My Happy Place channel have this same comment in them, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. In the description of Cecil's game, Lankman says, "You seem to have so much fun back then, Pastra. Do you think we can have this again?" In the description for Cheaty's game, he says, "Such a sad character. They remind me of you, Pastra." Reminder's description says, "This reminder serves a different purpose now, Pastra." Colton's game description says, "You had potential back then, and now that you have what you need, you refuse to put it to good use." And finally, in the description for Conan's game, he says, "Where is your passion now? All I see is a sellout, Pastra." We come to present day, where we now have 4 videos following the hijacking. The first of these is a commentary style video on the game It Steals, uploaded on May 6th, 2022, in which Pastra talks about a new game he enjoys. In the description of this video, Lankman says, in this video, Pastra rants again about a game he enjoys. He's lucky I like this one too. It's a very good and entertaining video, and I recommend you check this video along with all of the others I have and will mention for yourself, as Pastra is such a great content creator. If you're by chance watching this, much love. Keep doing what you're doing, Pastra. Either way, there isn't much in relation to the arc other than text that appears, likely from Lankman, that says all your potential wasted. However, at the end of the video, after Pastra does his outro, he says, okay, I think he's gone. I don't think he's listening anymore. Please, if you made it this far into the video, please send help. I need you to send help. And then he gets cut off. 5 days later, on May 11th, 2022, a video titled It Steals Reaction Compilation was uploaded. The video starts with an intro from Lankman, but alongside this are captions which reads as follows. If you're reading this right now, do not turn off the subtitles. Lankman isn't watching me right now. He doesn't know I've written this message. I need you to pay very close attention to this in the next couple of videos I release on here. I found a way to hide pieces of a URL in each of the videos Lankman is forcing me to make. If you find them all, they should create a link to a video I've hidden far away from Lankman's reach. The video will tell you the truth about Lankman and how I think we can defeat him. Even if Lankman finds out I've hidden these pieces throughout his videos, there's nothing he can do about it. Not unless he wants to take down every single video he's forced me to make that contains one. I'll try to hold out until the video is found. Good luck. Pastra. Alongside this message, in the description, Lankman says, your screams in this video were so entertaining, Pastra. Then again, I've heard you scream louder. Okay, massive update that we literally just found. My Discord server and I have discovered that a part in this compilation in which a glitching effect comes out happens around the time the number 17 appears. Since this has happened the other 2 times we've gotten pieces of the URL, we believe that this is a part of it. Anyway, back to my script. 6 days later, on May 17th, 2022, Pastra uploaded the mini mascots of Pastra, which I've gone over, but will include it here again. The subtitles for this video only say, no more messages, I found out. And in the descriptions it says, so many friends, thrown to the side and forgotten like trash. I hope you're happy, Pastra. They all failed so that you could succeed. In this video, Pastra talks about previous characters that he has created that he thought about making the mascot for the channel, some of which coming from characters in the lore and the monsters known as the Veldagun that he has created around them, which Mecha Dragon covers in his video. So go check that out if you're interested in it. It'll be in the description below. However, at the end of the video, he finishes talking about Clyde. He mentions Lankman, in which he says, Lankman was going to be my mascot back when I wanted this channel to be in, and then he gets cut off. Music then begins to play, which has been confirmed by Pastra himself to be a music box version of Beethoven's Sonata Pathétique. Then, in backward speech, Lankman says, although I may have had different names in the past, I've always been here, and I always will be. You may find it easy enough to abandon your passion, but I won't let you. So long as this channel is mine, I will bring it back to what you had always dreamed of it being. You may hate me now, but you'll thank me later. I promise. During this monologue, the words Lankman, Vincent, the network, and we're one and the same appear on screen. Also during this video, while talking about this self-portrait, there's a glitch on screen that occurs, along with the letters GE, which is for the URL supposedly. And then finally, 8 days later, on May 25th, 2022, Pastra released the video Yume Nikki, the game that inspired my art. This video has quite a bit more than the first video, but less than the last one. First, it has a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, which is really dope. But seriously, Lankman, you really said advertisements so aggressively. Advertisements. Like, this dude. This 5'5" narcissistic short man really said, ah yes, let me save the channel of the person in my basement. Ah yes, I got it. Raid Shadow Legends. But all jokes aside, the description of this video says, so this is where it all began. Throughout this video, there are flashes of text through it. And all of that text is as follows. Vincent says hi. Go on, look for the pieces. Try to solve Pastra's puzzle. All you're doing is giving me what I want. I doubt you'll find them in time anyway. An important piece has already been missed. What this piece we're missing is the 17 in the It Steals reaction compilation. I myself and many others took some time going through previous videos to make sure we hadn't missed anything, and thankfully, we found the 17 and the glitched area. At first, I thought that this was just a part of the game, which is why I didn't take it into consideration at first. But thankfully, I wasn't the only one who thought this, and other people thought the same, that it wasn't just a coincidence that the glitch only happened around this part. However, aside from that, another piece of the URL was found in this Yume Nikki video, which was 7TCG. So that brings our URL to 17GE7TCG. Before I end this off, I want to discuss Pastra's community posts. The first one was from 7 days ago, May 19th, 2022, in which he posted some artwork of a character known as the Flock. This wouldn't seem to be important until you take into consideration that Lankman commented on this post, saying, "This one feels familiar to me." The next day, May 20th, 2022, another post was made, saying, "I'm hearing noises outside and we don't know what to do." I assume these noises have to do with the Flock, but we have yet to have confirmation on this post. I also want to talk serious for a second, as I feel as if I need to say this. I enjoy the ARG side of Pastra's content, and I've been having a lot of fun interacting with his fan base when brainstorming about this ARG. However, I also enjoyed his content before the ARG stuff came in, and either way, I'm in this for the long run. Any and all content Pastra makes, I'll be along for the ride, and I hope you will be too. When everything is all said and done, I hope Pastra just enjoys what he makes and has a good time doing it. I'm not much of an art person myself, but I do still enjoy seeing his art myself. So, with that note, have a fantastic day, night, or afternoon, and stay safe. Okay, but Lankman? He ain't even lanky, but he is short. You know what? Fuck it. He's now short, man.